In this video, we are starting a new chapter, unit number 10, variance analysis. This variance analysis is based mainly on two factors, cost and sales. Because for any company to achieve profits, cost and sales are the two important factors. This is the first point which is given in this chapter also. Profit depends basically on two factors, cost and sales. The objective should be to maximize the sales and minimize the costs. This will result in maximization of profits and in the long run the wealth of the firm. With this introduction, we will begin to see how to see the variation between costs, estimated costs and the actual incurred costs, and variation between estimated sales and the actual sales. The difference between estimated and actual is nothing but the variance. Variance is the difference between budgeted or estimated and the actual level of activity. Estimated level of activity minus actual level of activity is nothing but the variance. Cost variance is the difference between what should have been the cost. What should have been means the estimated, or popularly it is also called as standard cost. Difference between the standard cost and what has been the cost means what is the actual cost that is incurred, actual cost. In case the actual cost is less than the standard cost or estimated cost, then it is a favorable. Their estimations were wrong and they have incurred a much less amount than what they have estimated. That is a favorable scenario for the company. However, if the actual cost is more than the standard cost or estimated cost, then the variation is unfavorable or adverse. Sales variance. Sales variance is the difference between what should have been the sales or standard sales and minus what have been the actual sales. If the actual sales are more than the estimated sales, then it is a favorable scenario, favorable variance. If the amount of actual sales is less than the budgeted sales, then it is an adverse sale or an unfavorable scenario for the company. So variances are of two types normally, cost variance and sales variance. Now within cost variance, we will see three different types of variances: direct material cost variance, direct labor cost variance, overhead cost variance. This direct material cost, direct labor cost and overhead costs are all input costs for the business. These are direct costs. This one, direct material and direct labor, are direct costs, and overhead is it's like not directly related, it is indirect. Direct expenses constitute an insignificant portion of the total cost of the product. However, direct expense variance is generally not calculated. Next, different abbreviations that are used in this chapter is given here. DMCV means direct material cost variance, direct material price variance, direct labor cost variance, direct labor rate variance, direct labor efficiency variance. We will see as we go along this chapter. First, we are going to see in this video direct material variances. Direct material variances means the difference between the standard cost of the direct materials specified for the output achieved and the actual cost of the direct materials. Whatever direct materials are used in the production, direct materials are treated as input. There is a cost involved in this one, and this cost is composed of two factors, that is price and quantity. So direct materials, input direct materials have a cost. This cost is composed of price and quantity. Now, since we are seeing variance in the direct material cost, we can directly see the variance for the cost of the direct materials. We can see the variance in the price of the direct materials. We can see the variance in the quantity of the direct materials. We will take an example and we will see. A sample scenario is given. A particular business has produced 1000 units of some product. Let's say it is chairs. 1000 units of chairs is the actual output in a particular business. Standard quantity per unit. Standard quantity means input material. Input material. Let's say iron or wood. Input material wood. For each chair, wood 1 kg of wood is required. Okay. Total means for 1000 chairs, it is 1000 kg of wood is required. But what is the actual quantity is used in the production? 1200 kgs are used. This is the estimated or standard input material, whereas the actual input material is 1200 kgs. 1200 kgs of wood is used. Standard rate per unit means they have estimated it to be 4 rupees per kg. Wood, the cost of wood, the company estimated to be 4 rupees per kg, whereas the actual rate per unit is 5 rupees per kg. Now with this data, we can prepare variance. Variance is nothing. It's in simple terms, it is what is the actual cost that is incurred, what is the estimated, and what is the difference between estimated and actual. That's all. Okay. Now direct material cost variance. Cost variance, what is the total cost? Difference between the total cost and estimated cost. So total cost incurred for the company is 1200 kgs into 5. That is 6000 rupees is the total cost that is actually incurred for the company. Now what is the estimated cost? Estimated cost is they thought they would require 1000 kgs at the rate of 4 rupees per kg. So they thought that 4000 rupees would be incurred. The difference is minus 2000. Their estimations went wrong by 2000 rupees. This is an adverse estimation. 2000 rupees, they were short of 2000 rupees. This is means actual cost is more than what they have estimated. Okay. Now we will see what is this? What is the next one? The direct material price variance. This is direct material cost variance. This is the variance in cost. Now variance in price. How much is the variance in price? 4 rupees per kg is the estimated price, but whereas the actual price is 5 rupee per kg. The company has produced 1200 kgs of quantity is used. Company has used 1200 kgs. Estimated is 4 minus actual is 5. So minus 1200. This means an adverse. 1200 kgs is an adverse balance for the company. Adverse balance means means they have put more than what they have expected to be. Okay, this is an adverse. Next, direct material volume, direct material usage variance or volume variance. They have actually thought they would use 1000 kgs of wood, but how much did they use? 1200 kgs of wood they have used. So if at 4 rupees original estimation, as per original estimation, it would be 4000, but since they have used 1200, it would be 4800. So 4000 minus 4800, that is negative 800. This is a loss. This is a wrong estimation. This is utilization or usage of the input material. If you add these two, we will get total cost variance. This is usage variance, negative usage variance, and this is negative price variance. Together it is negative cost variance. You understood now? That is what is explained in this chapter. Okay. So direct material cost variance is equal to direct material price variance and direct material usage variance. There is nothing. The abbreviations might look a bit terrifying, but it in simple terms, if you closely observe any scenario given in a business, how much is estimated, how much is actually incurred, how much is the input cost, how much is the actual cost incurred. You multiply those terms. Volume is nothing but volume is the number of quantity that is required. Sales price means input price. Total cost is volume into quantity. Or sorry, quantity into price. Okay, like that we can do. Next, what could be the reasons for the reasons for price variance or usage variance can be many. There could be fluctuations in the market prices. There could be efficiencies or inefficiencies in how they purchase. There could be transportation costs, high, low, okay, or differences in transportation. Changes in or laxity in purchasing policy. There might be changes in their purchasing policy. Emergency purchase. Okay, they might have without any prior intimation or without just at the time they might have purchased on the spot, so rates might be increased. Fraud in purchases. So different reasons could shoot up the prices of the input materials. Okay, this is about direct material usage or quantity variance. Okay, that's what we have seen now. How much they have planned to use and what they have actually used multiplied by the actual rate. Okay, now we will take another example and we will simplify this one. There is a question given here, activity 10.1. Calculate material usage variance, material price variance, material cost variance in respect of a manufacturing concern which has adopted standard costing. The firm furnishes the following informations. Okay, what is information given? Standard data or estimated data is material for 100 kg of finished products is 140 kg at the rate of 4 rupee per kg. Okay, we will write here. Output, finished products means output 100 kg. For output 100 kg, they need input of 140 kg. 140 kg of some material. They are producing some product which is of 100 kg, and for that one they have to input some raw material of 140 kg at the rate of 4 rupees per kg. This is the estimated or standard rate, standard volume that they are planning. They are planning data. Now we will see what is the actual data that is incurred for the company. They have actually produced 60,000 kg. Okay, 60,000 kg. For 60,000 kg, what should have been the standard input? Or we will write standard or estimated input. The company estimated for 100 kgs of output, 140 kgs of input will be there. Since they have produced 60,000 kgs of output, what would be the estimated input? 140 into 60,000 divided by 100. This would come around to 14.6 or how much? 84. 84, cancel this one. So 84,000 kg. They need, for output of 60,000 kgs, they need 84,000 kgs of input material, input raw material. Okay. Now what is the cost? Therefore the total estimated cost is, estimated or standard cost is, total estimated or standard cost is 84,000 kgs into rate is 4 rupees per kg, which will be 3,36,000. Right? This is the total estimated cost. Now, what is the actual cost that is incurred? In the actual data it is given, cost of material is 2,60,000. Okay, they have incurred much less than what they have estimated. So this is a favorable scenario. Change the color of the ink here. 3,36,000 is the estimated cost of input material, but they have actually incurred only 2,60,000. Therefore, the difference or variance between the cost is, this is how much? This is 76,000 roughly. Okay, 76,000 rupees is the direct material cost variance, right? This is the difference in the cost of their estimation. Right. So I have found out direct material cost variance is 76,000 rupees. Now we will find out direct material price variance in the price. Their estimated price would be 4 rupees per kg. But what is the price they have actually incurred? They have bought 80,000 kgs and the cost is 2,60,000. Means per kg how much? Per kg it is 2,60,000 divided by 80,000. Cancel this. So this is roughly 3.25 rupees per kg. Actual cost incurred per kg is, this is actual cost per kg is 3.25. This is the estimated cost. Okay. How many units they have produced? 60,000. Na? How many units they have used? 80,000. For this usage, what is the price variance? 4 minus 3.25. That is around 80,000 into 0.75. This would come to 60,000 I think. 60,000. Right. 60,000. This is the direct material price variance. Now we will see direct material usage variance. Direct material usage variance or volume variance. They have estimated to be estimated volume is how much? How much is the estimated volume? What we have to do is, for 100 kg output, they need 140 kgs of input. For 60,000 kg of output, how much is the input they have required? This comes to around 84,000 kg. 84,000 kgs of input. But how much they have used actually? 80,000. So volume change is 84,000 minus 80,000. If the original price is 4 rupees, then this would come to 4 into 4,000, that is 16,000. This is the usage variance. Okay, estimated minus actual. You multiply with the respective price or respective quantity. That's all. If you read the text given in this chapter, it would be much more clearer to you. I hope you understood about variance, cost variance. Cost variance contains two parts, price variance and usage variance. Cost variance, we are seeing only direct materials. Direct material cost variance. Direct material cost variance, which can also be represented as DMCV, which can be further expressed as direct material price variance and direct material usage variance. In the next video, we will see direct labor variances, this part, and if time permits, we will also cover overhead variances. Stay tuned until then. Bye bye.